What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel today. My name is Daryl and I am in my workshop, and it is cold in here. It was 46 degrees in here when I came in to the shop. I got the heater on. At some point I'm gonna have to upgrade my heating situation in here. The heater that I have running right now will heat the shop, but it's slow and it's not convenient at all. I mean, I like to start it from inside the house, and I usually try to keep the temperature in here around 50 degrees when I'm not in here, but it makes, it makes it heat up quicker for me. I don't have it really hot in here, but I like to keep it comfortable where I don't have to wear a jacket. So anyway, at some point I'll update the heater in here, and maybe one day get up maybe a little wood burning stove or something for in here for times that I'm in here in the winter time. So anyway, I am out here today because we've been working on this 6-meter repeater project, and as you remember, we had trouble with the receive radio not having the right RF board in it. So I had to go and find one, and I got that here today with me. Yes, it came in the mail a couple of days ago, and I just now got a chance to come out here and open the box. So I'll turn the camera around and we'll open the box together and see if this one has the right RF board. Now, I messaged the seller and asked them what RF board was in there, and the person said they did not know. So and how would they find that out? So I sent them a photo of what the RF board should look like and where you could find it, and they did do that and send me back a picture and said yes, it does have the right RF board that we're looking for. So let's open up this box and see what we got inside. All right, well, this eBay seller got this shipment out to me real quick, and I don't have any problems with that. I'm hoping this thing is okay. You can see it's got a lot of room in there, so it's important to, when someone buys something from you, pack it well, because that person bought it for a reason. You don't want the thing anymore, but they want it. So if they want it, you should send it to them in a condition where it's protected. But we do have some decent packing in here, but nothing on the ends, so that's kind of shabby. But anyway, here's the radio. Now, this is not a MaxTrack like the other one. This is a Motorola Radius, which I think the Motorola Radius took over the MaxTrack when they discontinued the MaxTrack. So basically, it's the same radio with a different front on it. So it looks like it's in pretty decent condition. So let's pull it apart. We'll take these covers off, and we'll look and see what kind of RF board it has inside. Alright, I have my tools here. So the first thing we need to do is remove the front panel. We don't have to remove it all the way, but just kind of take the screws loose enough to pull it away from the front. And as you can see, it only has one screw, so I'll have to find another screw for that. You know what? We'll just pull it all the way away. Just take that off. Alright, now be really careful because you got a lot of wires there. So all we need to do is we need to pull off this top panel and take a look at what we got in there. Alright. See if I can get it loose without loosening the other one. Probably not. So let's take the screws off of that too. Now, I was really happy to find this radio because I got a really good deal on it, and they're not hard to find, but they're hard to get a really good deal on them. People think they have something special. They might want to try to sell it for a lot of money. I don't know why I'm not getting that loose. Well, let me pause the camera here and We'll see why I can't get these covers to come off. Alright, I think I got it loose. So the part we're looking for, the part number we're looking for the RF board we need is HLB 4101. It could be an A or B or C or whatever. It doesn't matter the version. So we're just hoping it's the right one. So we do have the right one here. It's the 4101B, which is fine. So this is the right RF board that we need for our 6-meter repeater. This will get us up in the 6-meter band. Now, how well it receives, how well the receive sensitivity is up there for this radio, I do not know. As far as I know, this has never been programmed into the 6-meter band. We will find out when we put power to it and try to program it and read the code plug. So let me put this thing back together again, and we'll take it over to the power and we'll see if it'll power up. Alrighty, I got the whole shebang over here on my bench and got the power cord plugged in. I'll turn the power supply on and we'll witness this together if it turns on. Uh-oh. Well, you can see by the way things look right now, the radio did not power up and there's no power to it. It's turned on now. And down here in the little green component there is a pico fuse, and you can see that somebody's been in there before for some reason. Probably the fuse got popped. And then a little bit of work, let's see, a little bit of work's been done right down there too. So we're gonna have to find out if that's the reason why. Now on the 16-pin plug down here, if you put power on pin 10, you should get, the radio should fire up. But right now what happens is I just get a red light on the TX flashing, and I don't know if that's common or not. So I'm gonna have to order the fuses, or a fuse. So I'll order some, and then I'll have to look and see what this other component is and get a replacement for that. So I'm gonna need to pull the schematic out on this and find out what I need to do to get this fixed. So we got another delay again in this project. So hopefully I can get this radio running and I don't have to go out and look for a third radio. So that's kind of a bummer. I put a lot of effort into trying to find the radio. Now I got this. So what do you expect? I only have $33 wrapped up in it, so that includes shipping. So I was kind of expecting this. So we'll see if we can get this running. I was going to replace the logic board out of the other one, but I didn't want to do that. So we will try to get this one running. So I'll order the parts. The board is out of the radio, and I'm going to go down there and remove that fuse out of there. Once I remove it, I'll check it and make sure that it's, that it is open. And this component down here, I don't know what's going on with that, so I might have to pull that off the board too and check it. It looks like they just clipped the leads and then just soldered this component in. So let me do that and I'll come back. Alrighty, we got our little component out here, and it was right in here. So we got the component out, and it's right here, and we'll be able to order a new one. So I'll just order some, and I'll just have some on hand. Okay, it's been a couple, actually more than a few days since the last time I was on this project. And I got some Pico fuses in. It came in a couple of days ago, so here I am out here in the shop again. So we're gonna come down here and we're gonna put that Pico fuse in, and hopefully that will solve all of our problems. And I won't have to go through any more pain trying to get this radio going. So let me install this fuse and then we'll move on. Okay, we got the fuse in, the Pico fuse. That's right here. So let's put this radio back together and see if it will turn on. Well, I got everything back together. I just got it loosely together because I want to check it out and make sure it turns on. And then over here, I'm going to have to come back and put some thermal grease in, thermal compound. So I need to do that. I didn't want to put it back on there again after I cleaned it off and had to clean it off and reinstall it again. So, all right, so we got our fuse in, and we're going to hope that that's all that's wrong with it. So let's crank up the power supply here. Oh, cross your fingers. Oh my golly, look at that, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's upside down, but oh, I love it. Okay, so let me pull this thing back apart, put the thermal grease back in, get all the boards and the covers on it, and we'll see if we can program this baby. Yeah. Okay, I got everything back together again, and I got the jumpers in. So we should have sound this time. So let's cross our fingers. Oh boy, look at that. Beautiful. All right. I love it. Let's see if we can program this baby. I've got the computer set back up on the bench. The radio is on, the rig is on, and now we gotta mosey over to DOS to run this program. So you guys are getting a lot of training on DOS. All right, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I'm back out of here. I'm going to go to our burn directory. This is not easy, let me tell you. Oop, what am I doing? DIR, it brings up the directory of everything that's on here. We want to go to this one here. So CD RAD 20 BAM. Oops, not the right key. Oh yeah, it was the right key. BAM 1. Okay, what did I do wrong? CD. Does it have to be? Oh, I forgot the M. Duh. Okay. RADM 20. There. All right. DIR. Let's see. RAM. Gosh darn, I'm just having a hard time reading. I'm having a hard time looking at the screen and reading what I should be typing. Okay. All right, here comes the next big exciting thing. Is it going to work? All right, so let's check our PC and make sure, okay, that's not what we want. So we want to see that burn. Oh man. what was that? RAD 2. Oh, nope, not a dash. 20. I think that's what it was. I don't have no idea. I should have wrote it down. It doesn't exist. Oh, I know why. Maybe this is why. Let's try that again. No, still not. Wait a minute. Burn. Of course. Oh my gosh. This thing. It's not easy doing it with one hand. And I still don't know if I have a backup directory there or not. I do not. So, let's do this. That still doesn't work. Okay, let me set this camera down and let me try to type it in there and get it right. Okay, I got it in there. Who would have thought it'd be so hard? You know, every time I run this program, I hit the F8 to save it, and it comes back the same every single time. So let's check our COM port. We got an OK there. Let's back out. F3 to get the code plug, and now we're gonna read it. Oh, please read. Please read. It's looking good so far. No errors. Come on. Read. All right. It's reading. All right, everybody. Oh my goodness. Let's see what this thing is programmed for. All right, and then back out of there. F4, F5, and there is what the radio was programmed for. So, let me see if I can put the camera down here one more time and see if I can program a frequency in there we can use, and we'll see what happens. All right, I programmed our repeater frequency. Now this is the frequency we want to hear. I could go up here like this. Now I want to show you what I had to do. What I had to do is, this radio is not designed to transmit and receive on the ham band. Okay, so when you got to fool the radio into doing it, and actually you're fooling the software. So when you want to add a frequency, you can't just type in the frequency you want, because if I would have done that, it would have just given me an error and it wouldn't let me do it. So what you do is you press the shift key, and I'm just going to try to do it one-handed here. So if I hit 5, 1, and continue on, you'll see the characters that come up on the display. It's because I'm holding the shift key while I'm putting in the frequency. When you get to the decimal point, let off that shift key and just type a regular decimal point, and then hit the shift key and finish out the rest of your frequency, your entry, and then you'll get that. Okay, so what I can do is I don't really want this radio to transmit anything, so I can just type in the word blank, and now it will only receive. It won't transmit on any frequency. It just receives with a tone of 88.5. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're not going to program this in right now. I will do that off camera. The reason why is I want to stop what I'm doing, and I want to reread the radio again and then save this original code plug. Remember, I told you to save the code plug. Do not do anything else until you've saved that code plug. So when you get one of these radios, read it, save the code plug, maybe once or twice, maybe in the backup file, the archive file, save the copies, and that way if you ever have any trouble with the radio, you can re-upload that code plug to the radio. It's got all your tune data and everything on it, so you want to make sure that you keep that. So that is the #1 thing to do, and ID that file. Okay, idea with the model number of the radio, what it is, and something that you can remember. So that's definitely what I would suggest you do. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So let me do it, and then we'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and I have saved the code plug, and now we're going to go back and we're going to type in this frequency again. So I'm holding the shift key. I'm doing this with one hand. So 1, 5. Oh, how am I going to hit the 0? Let's see, shift 0. Oh wait, I messed it up. Let's do it over again. 5, 1. Remember to let off on the shift key when you hit the decimal key. And bam, bam, bam. There it is. Blank. Bam. And then we want to put the 88.5 tone in, so let's back down to it. And there we go. Okay. So there's no signaling system or anything like that needed. So the radio is going to be listening on 51.150. Alright, so now we back out. And we back out. And we want to, let's see, I want to go here. What are we doing? No, we don't want that. Let's back out. Wait, something's happening. Daryl's losing it. He doesn't remember which way to go. I want F8 to program it. Let's see. Program the radio. Program code plug data, yes. F3. And now F8. Okay, now here comes the syncing feeling when you press this button to make sure everything's good. Let's see. It's programming. It's looking at the radio. It's found it. It's now programmed. We are good to go, man. It looks like this radio is going to work. Now, since it's on this receive frequency now, the next thing I will do is I'll open up the radio and I'll just maximize the receive for that frequency. And I'll do a little tuning on it and make sure that it hears the best it can on that frequency. And this baby will be ready to go. So let me go over to the 706. We'll turn it on. Let's see. I think it's connected to everything. Okay, 51, 150. And I think it's on FM. Okay, I did hear it. I gotta go over here. Turn the volume up. I need a bigger desk or bigger something. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. The speaker's a little funky, but we don't need the speaker. But it hears me. Radio. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Sounds good to me. It's a little bit, the speaker's a little bit funky. All right, look at that. All right, so our next steps are to just maximize the receive on this thing, and I'll do that, and then mount it in the cabinet, and then we'll give it a try. Cool. Who's excited as I am? And look what else came. I forgot to tell you. This here came. This is our other cable for the transmit side. So I didn't want to butcher that other cable. This one's might be a better cable than the one I didn't want to butcher. But it doesn't have the control head. Everything's off of it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to open this thing up. I'm desolder all these wires. All these wires are going to get desoldered, and I'm going to solder our cable that comes off the controller. These here, I have to put them in some kind of something to protect them. But yeah, those will get plugged into here, soldered into here. We'll plug it in, put some new power leads on it, and man, we're getting close. All I can say is this Meritrack better work on 6 meters. It better work right, or I'm gonna be mad. Okay, what do you think about that? We got this radio resurrected from the dead. That's a great sign, and we got a program, man. When I got past the programming part of it, I was super happy. Well, when the radio turned on, I was super happy. Then I was super happy again when I could read it, and super happy again when I could program it. So it looks like it's ready to go. Like I said, I'll just work on the receive characteristics of the radio and make sure that it can hear well on 51-150. And then we'll just mount it in the rack and plug in the 16-pin connector, because I already have that part of the cable already done. And we'll just give it a try and see if it will work with the controller well. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Come back and see the progress of this. I'm going to start working on the built-in cabinet again. I got some drawer runners for that, so I'm going to get back onto that project, but I'm not going to forget about the ham stuff that we're doing. So if you like this kind of content, please come back and see me, and we'll have a good time. And like and subscribe, I guess, if you want to. But thank you for being here today, and I really appreciate the subscribers that come and watch the videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Makes me feel like I'm doing something that somebody wants to sit around and watch. So thank you for being here, and we'll catch you again next time.